Okay, let's begin. Welcome and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 2021 Pair Presentation Contest on Japanese Culture, sponsored by this university, Kyoto University of Foreign Studies, and supported by the Mainichi Shinbun. My name is Michael Barr, and I will be the MC of the event today.
Tsutsumi is derived from Chinese pictogram of pregnant woman, with a baby inside her. Therefore, the word Tsutsumi carries a sense of tenderness that comes with motherhood.
I see. There are certainly various things to love in Japan, and there?
Yes, I've heard there are two traditional materials for wrapping things in Japanese culture, but I only know about washi.
Really? I can tell you all about furoshiki, but I don't know too much about washi.
Well then, let me tell you. Washi is an ancient Japanese paper that is thin, durable, and long-lasting. Do you know anything about the origin of regular paper?
I've heard it came from China, right?
Yes, that's right. Paper-making techniques came to Japan from China via Korea during the 7th century. As paper production increased, the quality of paper also improved dramatically, and this resulted in the birth of washi.
When did Japanese people start to use washi?
Around the 13th century, but it was still expensive and was used only among upper class. When washi became widely available in the 17th century, using it to wrap presents became popular among ordinary people.
Did people in the past use washi with such beautiful patterns?
There were colored paper with pattern and design in the mid-19th century. After that, countless new forms of wrapping appeared.
These are Japanese emoticons and English emoticons. Which is Japanese? Left or right?
Left.
Why do you think so?
Why? I always use the left emoticons.
You are right. These are Japanese emoticons. Japanese emoticons have no changes in the mouth and have changes in the eyes. English emoticons have no changes in the eyes and they have changes in the mouth. Look at the top left corner. Is it smiling?
Yes.
How did you know?
Smiling eyes.
Look at the top right corner. Is it smiling too?
Yes, it is.
How did you know?
Smiling mouth.
Look at the bottom left corner. Is it smiling?
No, it isn't.
How did you know?
The eyes are not smiling.
Hey, Atsumi, have you ever tried Zazen?
Yes, I have. Zazen has good effects on ourselves, and we want you to know about Zazen.
Have you ever heard or tried Zazen? Can you imagine that? Zazen is a practice of sitting in the right posture and facing yourself on your mind. The original meaning is quietly listen for your heart. Harmonizing your posture, breathing, and mind is a basic practice of sitting, Zazen.
There is no suitable time to do Zazen. You can do Zazen at any time. However, there are times when it's not appropriate to do Zazen, which are before and after meals. When you are hungry or full, it's difficult to continue because your stomach is so tight. To concentrate on Zazen calmly, avoid eating before and after. When doing Zazen, it's best to wear loose clothing so that the body is not cramped.
Where do you think is the best place to do Zazen? You can do Zazen in a park, in your home, and many other places. However, a place without any noise is the most suitable for Zazen. It is also good to do Zazen in a place as quiet as possible, and no moving object should enter your sight.
Finally, the 2020 Tokyo Olympic was held! Did you watch it?
Yeah, I was really into them. By the way, we had a promotion phase for the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. I cannot get it.
Yeah, there was. What was the word?
Oh,
I just remembered.
Omotenashi. Omotenashi. Do you all remember this phrase? Omotenashi in English means hospitality. It was promoted for the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. So for this presentation, we did an interview with the company Pangea, which promotes selling leaves. We mainly talked about the details of the business and the founder, Yokoishi Tomoji. According to the company, the eardry was brought into the business under the name of Hapa Business. In English, leaf selling business.
So mechanically, businesses can hold attention and they can gain prestige in the athletic category. However, I have a question with you. What kind of impression do you have with businesses? Greediness, nerd, or money? To be honest, I thought it would be sufficient if they could earn money. However, Hapa Business is not such so-called business. That is because it contains omotenashi spirit. But can you all believe that leaves are being sold? Can you believe that?
At first, imagine what it would be like if an earthquake occurs. You know, many houses and buildings would collapse. Many people hope to live in safe and durable houses, but is it possible? The answer is yes. Today, we'd like to talk to you about Japanese traditional technique called kigumi.
Actually, kigumi has many types. The first kigumi technique we would like to show you is called Iscatsugi. Carpenters use this technique for patching square timbers like a ceiling rod. And the feature is that it can bear powers and pressures from above. The next one is called Tokkogumi. This technique was used for the gate of Osaka Castle. And the unique feature is that it is really durable, so it does not move freely, and it is really strong against earthquakes. Each kigumi technique has their own features and terms, and Japanese carpenters can make most of their features and terms depending on situations. So this Japanese traditional technique, kigumi, is really unique, intricate, and excellent.
Today we're going to talk about Asakusa Shopping Street history and culture. So we have 4 main points to introduce Asakusa Shopping Street history, events, news, and motivation.
Yes, and first of all, the history of Asakusa Shopping Street. Nakamise is a traditional name given to the shopping street in Japan, and not only Asakusa have Nakamise, other places also have Nakamise. For example, Shizuoka, Nakagawa, and Okayama. Those prefectures also have Nakamise. Among of these places, Asakusa Shopping Street is the most well-known and full of historical colors.
The street started from the late 17th and early 18th century. It was destroyed by the Great Earthquake and World War II, but Nakamise local people didn't give up on rebuilding and devoted themselves to renewing it. So, thanks to their effort, we can still enjoy the Nakamise in Asakusa today. Next, we're going to introduce the events and festivals. So there are many festivals throughout the year in Asakusa. For example, on January 1st, people usually go to the temple to pray for their health and wealth. And on February 3rd, Japanese will throw the beans in order to avoid the disasters coming.
So, we would like to focus on 2 aspects of Japanese culture, which we think illustrate this close connection with nature in interesting and unique ways.
Color and sound. In Japan, many of the colors we use are actually inspired by the colors of nature around us. So, take washoku for example.
Hang on, I thought washoku meant Japanese food.
No, that washoku on the left means traditional food, and while this washoku on the right means the traditional colors. These colors have a very strong relationship with the natural things around us, such as trees, animals, foods, and so on. So let's examine a few of them. This is the Sakura Color, representing the color of cherry blossom petals. And this color makes Japanese people think of spring. And it is used in the many ways of daily life. And this is Momiji color, the color representing the color of Japanese maple leaves. And we can easily imagine a beautiful scene in the autumn. As we can see, these colors reflected the appearance of nature very well, and it is used in many aspects of daily life. For example, in Kyoto, there is a shop selling the various colors of inks related to washoku. And we have also named colors, such as uguisu and sakura. And yeah, these colors are very matched with the traditional clothing like kimono or yukata. You can see these colors have a very strong relationship with nature, the world of nature.
It is not only colors that has a close connection with nature, but it is also sound. We can see this in the Japanese language in form of onomatopoeia, or the expressions that closely imitate the sound of nature.
An owner of a coffee shop happened to see their student customers put zenzai, red bean soup, onto their toast, and came up with the idea for ogura toast, which is a toast with red bean paste spread ogura.
And many other cafes in Ichinomiya started serving ogura toast as an option to toast with the usual butter or jam.
Good guess. You're right. Now, toast with red bean spread is popular in Aichi. Could you share your thoughts about when you first saw ogura toast?
Okay. I didn't see ogura toast until I was in junior high school. It was a big surprise when I first saw it for the first time. My reaction was like, what a strange food. Because toast is a Western food and ogura is very Japanese food. It shouldn't go together. I still remember that I really hesitated trying it.
I see. I kind of understand how you felt. Many people from outside Aichi Prefecture must feel the same way as you did, not to mention international visitors to Japan.
This is a closet. It is well organized too. Jackets are on a hanger, and bags are stored in the shelves. By having them neatly organized, we can easily pick out what we are going to wear right away.
This one is bookshelves in the library. All books are also well organized. They are appropriately stored in the shelves.
Right. But some of you may wonder that height and size of these books are quite different. In other words, they may not look even. I mean, not tidy enough in a sense.
That is because these books are not organized in order of size or height, isn't it?
Yes. These books are organized in a specific order so that we can instantly pinpoint the location of the book we need. In that regard, the word totonoeru is not always used for how it appears. Instead, we say totonoeru when making things ready for the following action we are going to take. The ultimate purpose of organizing things is to make them ready for the next action we take in a few minutes or sometimes in a few days. In other words, the word totonoeru is used to prepare for the time ahead.
Ah, now I see why I always find my room very organized. Here it is.
What's this?
My room. Pretty much organized.
What do you mean by organized?
Because I can always be ready for the next action in my room. That is what totonoeru is all about.
$400 million. Japan made
$400 million by exporting something in 2019. Do you know what it is? It is Japanese animation, anime. As you see, anime is so popular all over the world. For example, Demon Slayer has been shown in theater in 45 countries and regions in 2020, in spite of the coronavirus. And anime sometimes influence cultures outside Japan. Haikyuu, an anime about the men's volleyball team, is popular in the US. Under its influence, a men's volleyball club was made in American high school for the first time in its history. Welcome to our presentation. My name is Kie Taniguchi and Hazuki Araki. Do you think we are going to make a presentation about anime?
Actually, no. Today, we will talk about voice acting culture in Japan. We thought that by comparing voice actors in Japan and abroad, we'd find the cultural differences, so we focus on voice acting culture. There are two major characteristics in Japanese voice acting culture. The first is popularity, and the other is genderlessness.
Again, congratulations. Again, congratulations.
Congratulations. And congratulations.
Again, congratulations.
Congratulations.
I think you did a very good job of thanking everyone involved, but a heartfelt thanks to everyone who participated and everyone who made this possible. It is a cliche that everyone is a winner, but I believe it really is true in cases like this. The experience of participating in such contests and inspiring those of us to do more research on these topics is truly inspiring. Thank you very much for teaching us and sharing with us your vision and your opinion about aspects of Japanese culture. You did a wonderful job.